Bill Webb, and when I left the Navy in 1978, I was a lieutenant. I would say that just the size and the grandeur of the campus, I liked everything about it, I'll be honest. Where I came from, this is pretty sweet. You know, a lot of guys were kind of hard for them to adjust to the upperclassmen being harsh with them and that sort of thing. But I had an older brother, the one that my mom loved so much. But he was hard on me. And so having had that older brother experience, the academy was an easier adjustment. I liked it. And of course, Bancroft Hall, if you've seen it, looks like Hogwarts was modeled after it. It was the whole thing was overwhelming. I enjoyed it very much. I remember that the academics for me were a struggle. I'll take math for an example. In my high school in Kentucky, our math teacher, we only had one, and she was a history major, and I had taken the curriculum that I was going to have as a plebe and said, "What's this calculus all about?" And my math teacher tells me, "Calculus, I've heard of it, but I can't tell you much. I don't know about it." That first year was a catch-up for me. I had to run hard and fast to catch up with. I didn't realize until later about half of our class had college, had a year of college before they got to the academy. And I did not. I was called direct entry. So I mentioned the little lake in Williamstown, and I was a good swimmer. So I thought, well, I'll go out for the swimming team. You know, that's how little I knew or understood about college athletics. And so I show up for tryouts, and the swimming coach is there with his assistants, and they all had their clipboards, and they're looking on their clipboards for my name as a recruit. And of course, I wasn't recruited for swimming, but as far as I knew, I was the best swimmer I'd ever, unlike Williamstown anyway. And they said, "Okay, kid, well, what's your event? What do you?" And I told them, I can do them all. You name it. "Okay, well, give us a lap down and back freestyle." I said, "Okay." So I swam my lap, went down, and I had never swum competitively, so there was that issue of the turn, which I had seen it, so I knew what it looked like. I tried, and I nailed it. I thought, "Oh man, this is going to be a great time." So now I swam back, hopped out of the pool, and I was just expecting to. My expectation was these guys were going to be all wide-eyed looking at their stopwatches going, "Wow, look at this." I jumped out of the pool, and their clipboards were all scattered around on the floor. "Oh, you still here?" So that was and as many of my classmates and I have talked, we had the same conversation with coaches after that day of which sport are you going to be playing for us. It was the arm around the shoulder. "Well, what other sports did you play in high school?" I had that conversation, and I went off, I don't know, play water polo or squash or something else. But no, I was not a Division I athlete in any sport.